Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm really excited about the project I'm working on, but not about a few of the other factors that have come along during this process. First of all, I wasn't originally going to film making this top, so I've already had like a decent amount of it done. But I also have had a few lovely filming issues in this process. My mic issues have been resolved, hopefully, because I've just figured out ways to get my mic closer to me, or whatever. I've just figured that out, basically. The other thing is that the other day I was filming and I super forgetfully stood up and pushed my chair back, completely forgetting that my entire tripod and camera was right behind my chair, so it knocked the entire thing over, like completely flat onto the ground. And thankfully my camera's okay. I don't know what I would have done if my camera wasn't okay, because I love this camera. Okay, so I might as well show you what I've been working on, because I just realized I haven't even shown it yet. It is, okay, it's a really big panel, so I'm going to back up for a second and show you it, and then come back to be able to speak, because my mic is right here, and if I talk from far away, you're not going to be able to hear me. Okay, hopefully that was good enough, because I couldn't see around the panel to my viewfinder. So basically this is what I have, and I really like it so far. I'm kind of lying by saying this is crocheting my Pinterest board, because I haven't seen any tops like this on Pinterest, but like I'm gonna take like little aspects, like I'm doing like a front tie top again, and then I'm gonna take like, there's one picture I saw so long ago about the way that someone did like the cups in the front that I liked, and I'm gonna kind of try to replicate that, but I'm not even gonna try and find that picture again, so I'm just gonna be like making it up. And then the sleeves, I have no clue what I'm gonna do, or the straps I mean, and this bottom section, no one, as far as I know, has done it like exactly like this. I mean, obviously there's like the shell pattern, so that's not something I created, but like I adjusted how many stitches I did for it. I'm doing some treble crochets in there, and I know a lot of people just do double crochets, and it's just random stuff, but it's really cute, and I really like this yarn too. I think it's polyester, which is so crazy because I didn't know they made polyester yarn. I should fact check that, because if I'm wrong, that's kind of embarrassing, but either way, it's weight 3 yarn. I like always work with weight 4 yarn, but I really like it. Even though it's taking forever, it looks so cute and so much more like a fabric, I feel like. And I feel like this specific type of yarn, whether it's polyester or not, it's not acrylic. So the way that it like feels, I kind of like better, which is like kind of bad because I think it was more expensive. And I'm always using acrylic yarn, so if I start using other yarn, then that means I have to invest more into it. But if I end up really liking this, I'm definitely going to buy more of this yarn. But it was still from Michael's and in like the same section, so I don't know. But yeah, I'm thinking of doing, what side's the bottom? Oh, this is the bottom, so I'm like holding it upside down right now. But I want to do one more of those shell rows so that it ends with like that stitch on the bottom. And then I need to decide like how exactly I'm going to do the top, because when it's like a tie front like this, I get so confused because you have to like increase and decrease like the opposite of what you would do if it was like a back tie. And this is going to be my second tie front thing, other than technically I made a tie front cardigan a long time ago from a tutorial. Actually, I made 2 tie front cardigans, way different types though, but they both were following tutorials, and I had like no clue what I was doing, and I was way much of a beginner back then, so like I don't even remember doing that honestly. But I'm hoping I can use some of the stuff I used with my other tie front top, which was the last video in this series. And yeah, basically my whole point with like putting this video in this series is hopefully I will be able to explain a lot of my process, but also I'll be able to be more yappy. And in my vlogs, like, I don't really like to be as yappy. I like to kind of like get to the point. But yeah, I'll do at least a little bit today, but I do have some finals to work on, so I'm probably gonna do like a row or two, because I have 2 more rows until I can be done with this part of it. So I think I'm probably just gonna do those 2 rows and then be done for today. And then I will order a tripod, and hopefully that'll come in pretty quickly. But in between then, I will be filming little bits and pieces. But this is definitely not gonna be like a everything in one day video like it was last time, just because of the whole filming aspect, and I really want it to like come out a certain way, and I can't do that with my current tripod issues. So anyway, yeah, but let's get into it. Let's do these 2 rows, and then I will see you another day. Okay, so it's another day. I got back from work a bit ago, but I really wanted to work on this project because last week I was working ahead on all my finals because they happened to all be projects this time other than one test, and so now everything's submitted. Everything was like up to either a day up to a week early, which is like kind of patting myself on the back for that one because that's kind of crazy. But yeah, so now I'm done with my finals, which means I have all of this week and all of next week to focus on crocheting. So I'm excited because that means I can do a lot of extra crocheting where normally I'm like, oh, well, I have to go to bed because I have school tomorrow, you know. But yeah, we're gonna get started with this next section. I am not really sure how exactly I want to do the cups yet, because I don't know. I'm tripping myself up because the original idea I had for the cup section was not a tie front top, so I'm not sure how to transfer the way that top works to this, but I think I can figure it out. I just I'm really unsure, to be honest, but I don't know. I really like how it's looking so far, and I'm really excited about it, but I just have to figure out how in the world I'm gonna do these cups, because I really want it to fit well and actually work. And my dilemma as well is, if I do a smaller stitch, I can 1000% make it be a top that I don't have to wear anything underneath. But if I do double crochets, which is like what I normally do for this type of style of top, like cup section that I'm planning on, then there's gonna be gaps in it, and I probably will have to wear something underneath. So I don't know. I think I should do single crochets, even though it's gonna take literally forever, or maybe I'll do half double crochets just because they're a tiny bit taller. But I don't know. I'll show you what I have right now, because then you can kind of understand where I'm going with it. Okay, that did actually help, surprisingly, because my drawing skills are basically non-existent, but I do kind of think I get how to make it work, because I would start from one edge. Wait, maybe that wouldn't work. Maybe it would. Start from one edge, single crochet across until I reach the lowest point that I want it to be. And then that's where I have to start from the middle and do one side. Or do I just start from the middle now? and then go halfway around the back, but that wouldn't work either. Wait, I literally drew it wrong. Let me go back and change it because I just realized what I did. Okay, I think I get it now. But it still is a little bit hazy because I'm just like, it's not a fabric where I can cut it. So how do I get the rows to work the way I need them to? I think I do normal rows, and then once I get to the height that I want, I start decreasing the outsides of each row. But then how do I make the strap? Literally, like, I can't comprehend it. I don't understand like why like it's not clicking. I just think it's because like normally what I would do is leave the back open so I don't even have to deal with this. I don't know. I have a vision for this and I don't know if it's gonna come to fruition, but I really am hopeful because it's gonna turn out so cute no matter what. But the specific thing that I want it to look like is really complicated. So I don't know if it'll end up working, but I have to trust myself because I've made so many tops and so many complicated things just like out of my brain that I didn't have a pattern for. So I think I can do it. I just need to like kind of just get started, I guess. But ooh, actually, wait, why did I not think of this the whole time? I can just do the straps at the end and then I'm just making like a trapezoid type shape for the base, and that's so simple because then I'm just increasing on one side, decreasing on one side, and flat in the middle. So why did I make it so complicated? I really don't know, but let me add that. I'm not gonna screen record because this is so simple, but I'm just gonna do straps last. I think that will work. I think. Oh my god, literally this is getting so complicated. Anyway, that's enough yapping. That took me forever to come up with a plan, but I think we can continue. But like literally just like, look at how cute that is. It's gonna be so cute. Sorry, the mic was like not even towards my mouth. Ow. I'm really bad about using a mic, and I think it means I need to get a clip-on mic, but I just bought this one, so there's no need to be buying more mics right now. But anyway, especially with needing to buy the new tripod because I still haven't bought it. But this setup actually kind of works. Like, I know I'm far away because like I can like barely see myself in the viewfinder, but that's just my eyes. I need to wear my glasses, but it's not that bad because I can see like where I am in the frame, and like I'm really not that far away from the camera. I just normally I'm like right on top of the camera, but I think it's okay to like change it up, you know what I mean? I don't know. That's my progress update. My 23-minute progress update, which hopefully will be edited down to like 5 minutes because that's a lot of talking. Alright, so it's another day. I have made a lot of progress. This morning I added a lot to this side, and I basically like kind of changed up what I did, to be honest though. I did like a little bit of that front section, and then I was like, you know what, I don't want the back to be any higher. So what I did is I just did like little slip stitches for this row, and then I went back to the half double crochets over here, and then on this side I'm going to do the same thing of like doing those half double crochets all the way up, and then on the inside doing decreases once I get to that point. But as you can see, like there are definitely a few more rows of those like no decrease half double crochet rows. I'm still going back and forth on whether I do a tutorial for this one, but either way, if I do, I'll explain this whole process more obviously. But yeah, it was just a lot of like holding up to myself, trying it on, or not trying it on because it's not like a thing yet, but holding up to myself and trying to see what in the world I could do with it. But yeah, I don't know, I really like it so far, to be honest. I feel like it's turning out better than I expected, to be honest. And also for here, I did little chains and single crochets into them, and then I just have to crochet the rest of this row and ended my work, and I like how that turned out too. I'm thinking that I want to do a tie, like a chain tie that goes around this first half double crochet row, just like every other stitch, because I have a feeling that it's not gonna want to cinch like at this spot. It's just gonna like not really care which stitch, because all of these are such like loose, well, not loose, but like they're like soft rows, like they're not like stiff or anything, which is a good thing, but I want it to cinch at that spot. And then I also kind of am debating doing a back tie like at this spot here, because it's just like a blank top corner. I kind of feel like I'm gonna have to, but we will see once I get to that point. But yeah, that's basically my update. I don't know if I'm gonna do any more crocheting tonight. I think so, because it's only 8:20 and I'm not really that tired yet, which no, I should not be, because it's only 8, but yesterday I was really tired at like 7:30, so this is saying a lot. But yeah, I don't know, I think I'm gonna do more, but I honestly don't know how much explaining I'm gonna do. Like, I'm just like, I really want to lock in and finish this, and I feel like I could finish it tonight if I really try hard enough, but I don't know how much explaining I'm gonna be doing, which is tough, because this is supposed to be a crochet and yap, not a crochet vlog. So I don't know, we'll see what the vibes are. And yeah, but I definitely think I'm gonna crochet more. I just like, I want to work more on this. But the only thing though is I did all of this, like that and the strap, this morning, so I don't know if I have the energy to do all this tonight, just because my hands are like, they just get so sore, and it pisses me off, because like I don't want to be getting sore from crocheting, but like my hands just hurt so bad. So we will see, but I'm gonna do at least a little bit more. And yeah, but that's my little progress update. It is kind of taking forever, but like this didn't take as long as I expected it to, for as long as this part took, so that's at least a positive. Okay, we have this crazy looking setup here, but I'm gonna crochet for a bit. I might back up and do a time lapse, so it's not like as weird angle, but you know what, I'm trying out new things. We're gonna see if this is cute. If it's not cute, we will cut it right here. But yeah, let's get crocheting. Mic drop. That was so unserious. So I think I'm gonna be done for today, simply because I realized I was decreasing on the wrong side, and I've only done 2 or 3 decrease rows, which is just irritating to have to correct that. So I just took it apart, or took those rows apart that I did the decreases, and then I'm gonna come back another day to actually do the decreases on the right side. Honestly, it's crazy how much you get into the habit of like doing things a certain way, because I feel like I've only made like 4 tops that have like this style of decreasing and like this style of top, but simply the fact that it's a tie front top is making everything reverse, and like my brain is just not keeping up with that. So whatever, honestly, not that much progress made. Like, I'll just show it to you like this, because it's really not worth a close-up. It's not that different. But yeah, I'm just annoyed with myself for decreasing on the wrong side, because like literally, like I said, like I did this morning, and I think I pretty much just like woke up and then started crocheting. So like it's not like I was like that, I don't know, like I was like half asleep when I was crocheting, and like I was doing it correctly, but now when it's the end of the day at 8:45 p.m. I can't do it properly. That doesn't make that much sense, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, it's kind of crazy. I literally crocheted for 20 minutes, and I'm giving up for today, but I think it's fine because like I literally crocheted for like 2 hours this morning, so like it's fine. I don't know, I'm really craving a smoothie. I already had a smoothie earlier today, but I feel kind of bad using my blender this late, so I'm not going to, but I really wish I had a smoothie right now. I could use my smaller blender, because that's not as loud. You know what, whatever, I'll decide that later, but good night, or good morning, or whatever it is, but right now it's good night for me, because I'm gonna go to bed soon, whether or not I have my smoothie. So, see you later. Okay, I'm in the exact same spot that I was yesterday when I left off, where I just taken out my like accidental incorrect decrease rows, and so now I just need to like restart these decrease rows on this second cup side. I'm trying out setting up my desk still. I don't know, I just feel like the lighting's better, but if we hate it, it's fine, because like again, I'm gonna have a better tripod very soon, and not that this tripod is bad, it's just small. Yeah, but let's just get started. I feel like there's not really much to it because I'm kind of doing the same stuff that I've been doing, but now I just need to make sure I'm doing the decreases on the correct side. And I also like honestly did not do the decreases like I feel like the first row I did a decrease, I like did it kind of weird, but I don't know how I did it, so that's gonna make it kind of hard because now I'm having to replicate that with my second side. But the nice thing is that like the top row isn't just the strap size, because normally I'll like decrease up to the size of the strap, or like I guess down to the size of the strap, and so then it has to be exact. But with it like this, it should be fine, because if I'm one stitch off, it's not gonna make a difference. Let's get crocheting. We're almost done, and I'm really excited to see how this turns out, and hopefully I love it. And I'm also excited because once I finish this, then I'm gonna be able to move on to some stuff that I've been wanting to make tutorials for and vlogs for, and this one's just taking forever because it's weight 3 yarn and it's a complicated pattern, but that's okay because I really like it so far. So let's get to it. Okay, so I'm doing my last 2 rows now. My first one is just going to be normal half double crochets with a decrease at the end, and then my second one is going to be the strap and then half double crochets for the rest of the row, and then we're done. So there's actually no way that I'm not finishing this today, but I am really happy because I was like hoping it would work out that I could finish it today, because I really want to see what it looks like when it's completely done, but I wasn't sure if that could happen, and now it is. The only thing is that I have to do 70 chains for my strap, which is a lot, and I don't know how people do projects where you have to do like hundreds of chains, because like I actually could never, because 1, I would lose count, and 2, I just cannot handle that. So let's start counting. That's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, oops. All right, there we go. It's turned out so cute. Like, I'm actually obsessed with it. Literally every part of it. I am so glad that I did this middle tie, because I think without that it would like not cinch right there, and it has to in order for it to work. The one thing is, like, I feel like I should have done some decreases on this side part, because when it ties in the back it like doesn't want to stay up. So right now I have it like tucked so that it actually stays, but when it's not tucked it like makes a weird fold here. But I'm just in love. Let me try and make it angled so you can actually see my face for a second. Okay, I actually have the craziest setup right now so that I can sit and you can see the whole top and you can actually see my face. And it took forever to make, but whatever. I don't even care because it turned out so cute and I'm really happy with it. Like, I feel like I really get tie front tops now, because like, I mean, you saw in the middle of this video, I was like, what is going on? But now I really get it. And I really like, for this one, I like didn't decrease until I went further up, which I feel like with the other one that I did, like, I might have done that, but like whatever way that I did it, it didn't turn out as well. But I still like that one. But this one I like love. And I don't know, especially like the back and like the way that this bottom part flows. Like, I literally, when I was setting up my camera, I kept like trying to see like what you could see, and then I was like getting distracted by like looking at how cute this is. And I don't know, I'm just like so obsessed, and I can't believe I made this like with absolutely no inspiration at all. And I just feel like having that one top that had like this type of top section but wasn't even a tie front like doesn't count as inspiration, because like it's more of like a concept. But literally everything about this, I was like just coming up with stuff in my brain. And you definitely do have to do the like back tie, because otherwise it was just gonna fall down. So I could like tell that immediately, because also like the back tie part, or like the side of this front part, only goes like to like right there. So like there's no way that it would just stay up without having a tie there. I don't really know why I even thought that it could, but whatever. Yeah, I don't know, I'm just like in love with this top, and I really feel like I'm gonna do a tutorial for it, because I just feel like this is such a fun, unique top that not that many people will have in their wardrobe already. But yeah, I don't know, I'm obsessed. Honestly, it did take forever, but it honestly was just because I wasn't working on it for like hours and hours every day. But yeah, I'm just so happy, and I'm so glad that it turned out really well. And it fits like perfect. Like, when I first was putting on, I was nervous because I hadn't like cinched this part yet, and I was like, this is not looking good at all, and I hated it. But then the second I cinched this part, I was like, okay, wait, it's perfect. And like, I feel like you can't even tell that there's like a seam here, or not a seam, but like I have like the chains weaved through every other stitch for this spot, and like I don't even know if you can tell that. Like, actually, let me look at the back. It's gonna be kind of hard to tell if I'm looking behind me, but yeah, I don't feel like you can even see it in the back. Like, I feel like you can tell by the fact that there's like a little bit of like ruching here, but like it kind of almost looks like that's like stitched in there, but it's not. Like, I could just like adjust it and have it not have that. But yeah, I don't know, I'm so happy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want me to make a tutorial, let me know down below. I'm probably gonna make one anyway because I really love this, but let me know just in case. And let me know if you like this series, because again, this is the second video, so I'm still figuring out like the ways of like filming it, editing it, and then my whole tripod thing changed how I wanted to film it in the first place. But I did actually like some of the ways that I was able to do it, and there were ways that I couldn't have done if I had my other tripod, so maybe it was a good thing. I don't know, who knows. But yeah, make sure to check out my Depop for tons of crochet stuff that I'm selling, and make sure to check out the first video in this series if you haven't seen it yet, because it was pretty good in my humble opinion. And otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hello. Okay. That's not gonna work, apparently. Oh my god, I just realized I left butter out. Let me put that away. At my like... Wait, what was I gonna say? I think